It wouldn't be us if we went late.
Oh, no. We've got to be late. Pressing go live. Fingers don't work. It's not picking it up. Technology, yay.
Love it.
Hey, fam. It's me, LG. I am the eldest of the sisters, and I'm a weight loss and wellness coach on a mission to help others lose weight, gain health, and conquer food addiction with my all-natural weight loss program.
That was great.
Thanks.
I'm Skylar. I'm still an alcoholic. My sobriety date is 6/26/21. I don't have a fancy intro like that.
What does it mean you're still an alcoholic? What does that mean?
Still an alcoholic.
What does that mean?
It just means that, it's my title.
It's
I'm
your
an alcoholic.
Okay. So once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic.
Basically.
But you're
sober.
You're not practicing. You're not a practicing alcoholic.
I'm not inactive. But.
I see. Well, this is our 8th episode, and we want to thank you all for being here to help us with our weekly Monday night therapy session, because that's exactly what this is. So you all are therapists. I don't know if you knew that, but there you go. That's your title.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So it's been super crazy, super busy. A lot of things going on.
Always.
Sick kids.
It doesn't end. It doesn't end.
Back to school cooties.
Yeah.
Homework.
That's not even the bad part. Like, my son barely brings home the homework, and he's like, I did it at school. No, you didn't.
You may have.
No, you didn't.
You might have done it at school, Mama.
But this is what I'm facing this week is, standing in a wedding on Saturday with no dress. I tried to ask the bride if I could go barefoot. She said no.
But you do everything barefoot.
I know.
But it's kind of her day.
It is her day. It's all about her. Deal. I know. Still practicing that in my program. It's not all about me. Even on her wedding day, it's not about me. How dare her?
And so you're still looking for a dress?
Yeah, still haven't found a dress.
Does she have a dress?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really all.
Yeah, she has a dress. So I'm looking at that this weekend, and end of summer bash on Sunday, and then the next weekend is a camp out, and then the next weekend is softball tournament, and then the next weekend is an alkathon that we have going on at the club. Like, I mean, it is just...
An alkathon?
Yes, it's a 2-day event. Just super crazy busy. Super busy.
I don't know what an alkathon is. I can't even say that.
I don't even know how to spell it, but... it's a 2-day event where we have speakers coming in at the club. We, have a dinner and then breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's just a fun event. Yeah.
Cool.
It's what we do.
Nice. Well, this Saturday is day 90 of my 90-day challenge, so someone is going to win $500 of my hard-earned money.
Y'all are welcome. I bailed out on that, second week of
hard-earned money, $500 cash going to one lucky individual who has been working their tail off.
I am so excited. I cannot wait to see. I can't wait to see who wins that. I've been rooting for all of y'all. But.
I can't either because I have to get my judges all lined out. So, I'll be having to contact some folks because I can't judge it. No, we got to get some outside people to judge that.
I've seen. Everyone that I
want everybody to win.
Yeah, you can. Only one. But I've been watching, people are doing great.
Yes.
People are killing it. I'm proud of you guys.
Yes. My Billy, my Santa, he's lost 42.6 pounds because today was day 25, weigh day. Mm-hmm. And his goal is 45 pounds in 90 days. And so that's going to be cool. So that'll be Saturday morning. We'll get to see what that.
So when do you choose a winner?
Well, on Saturday, everything's going to be turned in, and then we'll put it to the coaches and judges and let them see what they can come up with.
Yeah. Well, make it like where Sunday you do the winner because,
Oh, I'm sure. I don't know that it can be that quick.
If anyone's like me, we need instant gratification. We need instant, you worked your tail off for 90 days. Like, they want to get paid the next day. They want to know. So make sure you have your judges lined out. If it ends Saturday, my suggestion is pick a winner on Sunday.
I wonder how many people are going to eat like the biggest meal of their life on Saturday. Y'all don't do that, please. Don't do that, please.
That's funny.
That would be fun.
So at work today, because I'm standing in a wedding on Saturday, and I don't know why I'm thinking I can drop 20 pounds in a week, right? But I'm like, no chocolate, guys. I don't want any chocolate, so I've been crabby all day at work. And I'm like, oh, I just need chocolate. No, I don't. So I've talked myself out of chocolate all day, and I usually have chocolate at least once a day. That is my go-to. But I didn't have chocolate today. I wonder if that's why I'm irritable.
That's exactly why you're irritable. She came into my house like a grumpy bear. And I'm like, so then I feel pressure because she's mean. And I don't like it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It hurts my heart.
And then look, you'd never know anything was wrong with me because I just act all fine and dandy.
It's because we're in therapy. So we're with our people.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I love it. That's great.
Yeah. So I'm the oldest. And you're not only like the youngest of the sisters, but you're like the baby.
Yes.
So you're rotten.
No.
And I'm responsible.
No.
And then we have the brother in the middle, like smack dab in the middle. So there's 6 years between each of us. So our brother's in the middle.
He's bougie.
He's a little bougie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Super proud of him for all that he is. And
for sure.
So and then with us being 12 years apart, it's funny that we have a lot of the similarities.
Mm-hmm.
Like we married Billy's.
Yeah.
Which is funny. Because your Billy is Boo, which kind of represents Halloween, and mine is Santa. And so it's pretty funny. So both married Billy's. We both have 3 living children. Mm-hmm. 2 boys and a girl.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Yes.
I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
But your girl, Chloe, is in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a good girl. My girl is the baby. So she's rotten and she's watching. She's rotten. She's rotten, but everybody knows that.
She's like me.
Yes, she is, yes. And so because I was 12 when you were born, you were like my baby. And I've said that before. And so I feel like I'm raising you all over.
So you've had practice, so she's easy.
So when you all see her, my girl in the heels and boy crazy, that's where that came from.
I'll take all the credit because she's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So, a lot of fun.
My Sookie. I'm the only one I can call her Sookie, by the way.
Lots of fun. We all have weird names. Like, no one goes by, like, our birth name. No one does.
Yeah. I said Tiger's name one time, and they were like, so is that his, like, real name? And I was like, yeah, that's his real name. They were like, no. What is his actual birth certificate name? And I was like, oh.
And you have to think about
it. And I'm like, Eric.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, it's just like with anything, like, Pooh Bear, Annie, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, yeah.
Like, no,
nobody knows who it is.
Nobody knows. I don't even know who anybody is anymore.
Yeah.
You talk about, the first time I heard Irby Jr. or something, I'm like, who's Irby?
Yeah. Because we're like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So,
we're
Snooty,
fun. We're a fun group.
Tiger, Sis, all of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's fun, though.
It's fun.
It's fun. We don't know.
Gee.
Yeah. None of my kids are this. Yeah.
I mean.
Gee, Camo, and Curly.
Yeah, I love it.
Karen, Camden, and Briley. Whenever I say Briley, people are like, who is that? I'm like, oh, that would be Curly. So, very funny.
That is cool.
So, we do have our 3 living babies. Mm-hmm. And we say that. We have 3 living children, which means that we have some angel babies.
Yes.
Yeah, we thought we might try to talk about that. I don't know if I'm going to make it through that. So, we'll see how that goes and kind of how we can tie that into addiction and hang-ups. I'm sure you can easily go there.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
Nope. No, I'm good.
Wow. So I have 3 angel babies. I had so I've had 6 pregnancies. 3 were not successful. And so like there are 8 years between my kids. Mercy. I've just always been having babies since I was a baby. But got married at 18 got pregnant right away. Had Garen when we were 19, and I only wanted one kid until I didn't. It was like one, and then bam, suddenly I have to have another child right now. Like it was, I got to have another one. I don't even know where that came from. Took a while to have Camo, but then after I had him, then I got pregnant a couple more times, and
hold on, let's rewind.
yeah.
I remember whenever you had Camden, which is funny that I remember.
You were in the room.
Was I in high school? Was I still in high school? Maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so
because he was in your wedding.
So I wasn't completely out of my mind at that time. But yeah, I do remember not giving birth to him. I do remember you.
Yeah, because you were in the room for a hot minute. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, keep going.
That's funny. And so then I had 2 miscarriages after that, and I remember like the first one was I was barely pregnant, just like I had taken a test, I'd called and set up an appointment, and then before the appointment, like there was bleeding. And I was like, oh, that happened. And so then of course I went in and super sad, and I remember it being really sad, and just because it wasn't that it was, you kind of have that little bit of excitement, and then it's like, but then got pregnant again, and that one went in. Heartbeat, everything was, moving in the right direction, and everything was, exciting, going well. And then I went in for another ultrasound, and the heartbeat was gone. And I think the sad part was, bless her heart, her name was Becky. She was precious doing the sonogram, and I think initially, because everything was going so well, I was able to see the screen. And so it wasn't turned away from me. So as soon as she's there and she's like, I'm going, where's the heart? Like I saw it. And so she's like then trying not to freak out,
Yeah.
And so then it was like, what do we do? And I decided to have not go have any procedures done. I decided I was just going to wait. I wasn't going to take any medication, just let my body do what it was going to do and just naturally release that, which took 2 weeks.
And was that around Mom's birthday?
Yes, it was Mom's birthday.
Okay, I remember.
It was Mom's 50th birthday.
Mom's 50th birthday.
Is the when it took place. And so we had a huge event planned for her.
I feel like I was pregnant with Jaden. Or no?
Might have been.
I don't know. I feel like some of the times that we were pregnant, or that you were pregnant,
there was some overlap.
Yeah.
And so I remember like going, and so I called the doctor. I was like, okay, this has started. And he's like, I said, and my mom has this birthday. And he's like, you can't, there's nothing you can do, but it's going to happen. But go. And so I went, and oh my gosh.
That was horrible.
It was crazy. Because it was, there was so much, you know.
Yeah.
And so, of course, then after, then you had a miscarriage after that, and so I was having that experience of this because it was pretty traumatic. That second one was a big deal,
right?
And so,
then I was pregnant with Jaden on that one.
Yeah. So then whenever you were going through that, and I was remembering back to that second and what that was going to be like, so that whenever that happened, that's where my mind was going, of what, I was like trying to prepare for what you were about to be experiencing.
Right.
Which was
not
that at all.
No.
No.
Mm-mm. No. Not at all the same. Because in my brain, I'm going, well, my sister was at the club partying it up whenever she had hers, so all was well,
Oh, is that what you were thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No,
I don't remember.
I was in the bathroom.
I remember, I remember you saying it was really bad, but I don't remember you in pain. And that's probably because you didn't express pain at, we'd never know that if you were in pain or not because you just hid that so well.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in my brain, you were fine.
Gotcha.
You know? And so whenever it came time for me, I was like, well,
So
I
you
got
had
this.
so you had Jaden,
Hmm.
and then how old was Jaden?
He wasn't even a year yet. He was probably about like maybe 6 months old. And it was, I wanted, I wanted 12 kids.
Yes.
And I wanted them all together.
Yes.
So I was trying to waste no time in popping them out, I guess.
Yeah.
So
You always wanted a bunch of kids.
I did. I wanted a bunch, and so he was very young. He was very young. He wasn't even walking yet. So I do remember that he wasn't even walking. But mine was. It wasn't that it was different. Like I can't talk about it. I take full responsibility.
We were talking about it.
I know, but it's hard. I take full responsibility in mine, right? And the reason is because, like, I'm an addict, So I was still on pain medications. I was still drinking.
Is that right?
Yeah. So, the only thing, like, I stopped.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I've never asked you that.
Yeah. I stopped, I want to say I stopped drinking, like, I kind of knew I was pregnant, and then, I didn't go to the doctor until the Monday, so that weekend, I want to say, I was addicted to Monsters also, like Monsters and
Energy, yeah.
like the energy drinks with, Vicodin was like the perfect mix of whatever feeling it gave me.
Okay.
And so, like, I would always mix vodka in with the Monsters. And I may have taken out the vodka. I can't remember. I may have taken out the vodka, but I still drank the Monsters and took the Vicodin.
Okay.
So, I remember it so clearly. I went in, it was on a Monday, and I was pregnant. And then all was well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to get on Medicaid or whatever, because I didn't have insurance. I wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go down and apply for all that stuff, which took a week. And then from there I went back in. So, the time I actually saw, like, the doctor, I was already like 2.5, almost 3 months, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there was, the heartbeat was there.
Sure.
But I continued to smoke cigarettes, and I continued the pain pills. Because in my brain, the pain pills were prescribed by a doctor, so I could still take them. I didn't know any better. I was young.
Yeah.
I took out the alcohol.
And
an addict. But anyway, so there was a heartbeat. By the time I got the doctor, blah, 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 I was already like 2.5 months pregnant. And then I went in, it was like a Friday. I go in for the ultrasound, and then there was no heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they told me to wait a couple days to see if my levels went up. If they went up, I was pregnant.
Yeah.
If they went down.
Mm-hmm.
And if you'll remember correctly, they went up.
They did go up, yes.
They went up.
Mm-hmm.
So all was well, but there was still no heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was given these pills because
Yes.
I don't know how many days. This is where it messes me up because I don't know how many days, like, there was a baby in me with no heartbeat. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So there's like a baby just in me, no heartbeat.
Yes. Mine was 2 weeks, yes.
So.
But yours was not that long.
No, it was not.
Yeah.
I was given, you did yours natural.
Yeah.
I chose to take pills.
Yes.
Because I couldn't wrap my brain around it just
Yes, you were.
sit-
Yeah, that was freaking you out.
Yes.
I remember.
Yes.
Which I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, that.
So basically, what it was is what the doctor gave was what are they even called? Like abortion pills, basically.
I don't know.
It was
I don't know.
it was basically like abortion pills, like the morning after pill. So he made me take them.
Not like forced you.
No.
Like you
But
wanted
it was an
that
option.
was the option that you
It was
chose.
the option because what I was explained to is he didn't know how long it was going to take
Correct.
for it to happen. And in my brain, I couldn't just
handle that.
sit there and just deal with it.
So
I took the pills.
whatever medication it was, yes,
Right.
that's what you did.
Yes. And it didn't take long. It was like a couple hours
Yes.
before it kicked in.
And when it kicked in.
And when it kicked in. I don't know, because I am a drama queen. So I don't know if everyone thought I was like overreacting, like, oh. I mean, I'm a
But
drama
you did
queen.
pass out and hit the floor like 28 times.
So I'm a drama queen. I'm a diva. I do overreact. But in that particular moment, I had absolutely no control over anything that was
Correct.
happening or taking place.
Yes.
Like I would
So
stand
you're bleeding
up.
to death.
I'm bleeding to death. I'm
Passing
standing
out.
up and I'm like, Mom, don't let me pass it. Mom, don't let me pass it.
We're going, we just need an ambulance to get here.
But it took like...
And Michael's like, we're not calling an ambulance.
Yeah.
And I'm going, what do you mean we're not calling an ambulance?
So, I mean, I'm dying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dying.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, someone calls the ambulance. I don't know who. But I remember... I remember it was funny. Like, I remember waking up at one point in time and my mother... like slapping the crap out of my face.
Yeah, she'd be on the floor and she would just smack you, trying to get you to wake up.
No. I'm pretty sure like this was a full blown
It was.
palm to the face, like 21 years of hatred just came out of that hit.
There was no hate, it was only fear.
She's like, bam! And then
But we did have to remove her from the situation. We did have to do that.
So, and then I remember, like, I was leaning up against Billy Joe's legs, and I don't know if I remember this part or if he told me it, where someone brought me a wet rag, but he grabbed it and was like, "Thank you."
Yes.
And patted his own face.
Pat his own face, yes.
Oh, I'm glad I can find humor in this, because if not, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so ambulance comes.
Blood transfusion.
Blood transfusion. I don't know how many days I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
It was a couple.
It was pretty intense.
It was pretty intense. It was pretty scary.
Yeah.
But the one thing I remember out of it, by the way, I never knew if it was a boy or a girl, but my little mommy instincts at that time told me it was a boy. I knew it was a boy. His name was going to be Jasper. Jaden and Jasper. One thing I know for sure is, even though I was an addict, I think I was born an addict, when I came out of that hospital, I was definitely not. I was messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So, you knew I was going to cry.
Oh, what next? So then did that cause you to spiral into, like, like, did you go and did you binge? Was there something, or did you have like a moment of insanity, or did you just, all of a sudden you just became something different within addiction?
I think I'd had like a moment of insanity. A little bit of psycho, maybe. I was psychotic. I definitely wasn't the mom I wanted to be anymore. I wasn't the person I wanted to be anymore. I don't know. I checked out. Just checked out. That was hard.
Yeah.
But, and what's crazy is, like, my closest friends at the time called me out on it, Like, they called me out. They're like, Skylar, you need help. Something is wrong with you. Like, my closest friends. And they're like, and they told me, we love you. We're here for you, but you need help. Something's wrong with you. This is not how you're supposed to be acting. This is not who you are. And like a true dope fiend, like a true addict, I was offended. And I stopped talking to them. I stopped seeing them. And then I just went AWOL. I went AWOL from there.
So, from whatever that point was, whenever you, like, did your drug use increase?
Absolutely.
And stay increased? Or did you come...
Nope.
No.
I never came back. The alcohol intake was way more. The pills were way more. Not necessarily meth at that time, but pills and alcohol were definitely...
So do you think that really catapulted you more into, like, do you think if that hadn't happened, that you wouldn't have been?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that was the reason for my addiction. I mean, of course, I'm an addict, so I can find any reason to use. But I just think that something was, I think I was just messed up. Yeah. I was messed up, and I just didn't come back from it. So I just got worse and worse. That wasn't the offset of it, but because if you think about it, excuse me, I'm always burping on here. This is my mother's meatloaf. my mother loves meatloaf. I was already an addict before this happened. So,
Yeah. It just brought you further into.
Yeah.
I guess gave you less of a reason not to.
Right. So, yeah.
Well, and we didn't know, like, obviously at that point I didn't know you were taking pills. I didn't know that. Because you're always fun. You're always fun. You've always been fun. Since you were born, you came out, with a party hat on. I don't know what to say. And so, it was never, you weren't, and you held yourself together. Even being on meth, whenever you were heavily embedded in the middle of it, if you were high, nobody would even know it.
Right.
They'd probably think something was wrong with you when you were sober.
Right.
But not whenever you were high, because you were functioning. For a long time, you were working and doing a great job, and doing all of those things. So it's such a crazy thing.
I think I'm just chemically messed up. Like, my brain, like there's like a chemical imbalance.
You got something off in there.
I know. And even in my sobriety, I'm still thrown off. Like, I still have moments where I just snap and act stupid for no reason.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. It's not funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. Like, I'm aware.
I understand.
I'm aware of it, and like I can easily check myself, right?
Sure.
But and if it's it's so horrible to talk about things like this, but I am an open book, so there's not much. I'll answer a question truthfully, and I'll say, what's from the heart. But Jesse's ADHD and dyslexic, I blame myself on that too, because I was a full-blown alcoholic and pill popping whenever he was floating around in my gut.
never would have known, never would have guessed that.
Yeah.
But like after, so I got, had these 2 miscarriages, and then I got pregnant with Briley, and was like a basket case, and had an awesome doctor where I'm like, you're going to have to check this baby every day. I don't even know what to tell you, just scared of what was going to go on, and took really good care of me. I had just, she's like a miracle that she was, born, and
that's why she's so rotten.
That's it. That's why she's a complete just mess. But I was so scared that I was scared I was going to lose her. I had all of these health issues. Then I, as part of the health issues that I was having, because my body really started like literally falling apart, and like having Camden, I had gestational diabetes. It was supposed to go away when he was born. It did not. And so whenever I got pregnant with her, instantly I was on insulin, just all of these crazy things. But I had been, I'd had the facial paralysis that we discovered was from, aspartame and, drinking diet sodas or whatnot. And so, but there was a medication I was given to try to help with that because I was starting to have a lot of different episodes of my face just, freezing and going through all that stuff. And so they had a medication for that triggered a migraine that lasted 26 days. And it was horrifying. I couldn't see. I was absolutely miserable. And then they gave me a medication to help with the migraine and it caused hallucinations. So that's where I tell everybody I was chubby, crooked, and crazy because that's what was going on in my world. And so I didn't know what to do because I had, and everyone was trying to help me. And it's like, I don't know. All I knew to do was stop taking the thing that gave me hallucinations. Like, I'm like, I can't do that. I can't be crazy. So I stopped taking that. And it was 2 weeks later that I found out I was pregnant with her. So I thought, that's great. Not only am I probably going to not be able to carry her, but now all this medication, I've damaged her somehow.
Right.
And so I spent that whole entire pregnancy just terrified. Mm-hmm. And thank God she was born healthy, whole, wonderful, as crazy as she is, super, super blessing. And, I'm so grateful for that. But after she was born, my body was beaten. I was just beaten, and I couldn't come off insulin. It was like nothing I was doing was helping, and I thought, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm not even gonna be able to take care of this kid. That I finally got that little pink thing. I had these two stinky boys. I had this precious little pink girl, and I'm like, what? And so finding, First Fitness, getting on program, having, that completely transform my health was amazing. I thought, this is it. This is my answer. And I lost 42 pounds. I did not do that as quickly as everybody else. Y'all were like kicking my tail on that. But, I lost 42 pounds and then I got pregnant again. And I'm like, what in the world are we doing? So she's 2, I'm pregnant, and I'm like 39 years old. I'm too old to be doing that. And so I'm like, well, here we go again. But the cool thing was, as soon as, when I got pregnant, I wasn't on insulin. I wasn't on medication. Like, my body was, I had, losing the weight and getting healthy. Like, it had healed a lot within me. And so I thought, you know what, this really might be okay. This might be okay. I'm going to be all right. It's going to hurt. And I'm going to cry. But it's going to be okay. And I really thought it was going to be okay. And then one morning, I'm in the kitchen getting Ken ready for school. Mom was going to get him to school. And I felt liquid. Like, I heard and I felt like liquid come down my leg. And I thought, that's probably not normal. And so I kicked her out the house, get him out. And I called Becky, because she's 2 doors down. I called her and I said, I think something's happening here. And she said, okay. And I said, I'm probably going to need you to come over. And so she came over and she's like, so what do you think's going on? I said, I really think my water just broke. Because that's really just all I could. And
how far along were you at this time?
And so I was about 16 weeks. And I know this is, and so I said, I'm gonna go clean this up. And she's like, maybe we should just get in the car. I'm like, I got this. It's gonna be all right, And so I was in the bathroom, and then I'm like, I think something's, it's like happening right now. And so I kind of moved over, and she could see. And so she called an ambulance, and I laid on the floor. So I'm on the bathroom floor. And I delivered him on the floor, waiting for the ambulance to get there. And so I was trying to do all the things, call all the people, called Pooh Bear, an ambulance is about to come by, don't freak out, and Billy was working in Arlington, so he's 3.5 hours away. And so I'm going, okay, this is going on. And I had 8 amazing, firemen, paramedics coming in, all these big boys who were just so sad. They're just like looking at me like their heart's just breaking.
Mm-hmm.
And so sweet, so loving. And got me up and got me there. And doctor was great. I got to hold him and love on him. And I did get to see that it was a him. And and because I wasn't 20 weeks, the rule was you don't like they keep it, whatnot. And so I remember asking, what's going to happen. And they told me, and I was like, so they're basically cremating my baby, but I can't have him. And they left the room. I got to, of course, hold him. Everybody got to come in and be with me, with him and all that. And then they took him to kind of clean him up and present him to one more time, I guess. And I remember I looked over at Pooh Bear and I said, I don't understand if they're basically going to cremate him, why I can't just have him. And I said, it just doesn't seem fair. And she left the room. I don't know what she did while she was gone. But a nurse came back in and she was like, and which funeral home are you using? So I don't know if she threatened somebody's life. I don't ever want to know what she did. But all I know is she made sure that I left that hospital with, knowing that I was going to have my baby. And so that was Brennan. And I had, that was such a unreal thing happening. And it happened so fast. And then, Billy, wasn't there. He had to go to the funeral home and be able to see him there, which they were fantastic. Everybody was just beautiful through the whole process. And I had gained like 15 pounds, during that pregnancy, and which was fine. I wasn't even worried about that. I was like, I know how to get it off. It's going to be okay. And but I shut down. I really did. I shut down. And I remember one day Renee called me, and if anyone knows Renee, she's tough, And so when she called, she's like, I just wanted to check on you. And I said, well, I just ate a candy bar because and she said, well, and I thought she's going to chew on me, And she says, well, if anybody deserves to eat a candy bar, it's you. And I thought, wow, that's pretty. That's pretty cool, But I lost down because once you kind of become healthy, you just kind of are, And I would lose down to that one. I would have 1 pound left to have the baby weight off, and I would stall and I would hold on to it because I would go, if I lose that pound, then he's really, really gone. Like all of him is gone. And so I just held on to it, and it was a long time where I just sat with that pound. I just sat like, you're going to stick here. You're just going to be here. And again, Renee called me one afternoon and she said, she says, grief doesn't have a time limit, She says, and I can't, I can't imagine what you're going through. She says, but what I do know is that you were passionate about helping others. And she said, I hope that, that you can find that passion again. And I was like, she's right, I was. And I am, and I felt that I really was. And so I put my big girl panties on and I went to an event where the people were, and just got loved on.
Always about the people. People
always
bring
about
you
the
back,
people.
right?
Yeah. And I just got loved on, and it's like, it sucks. What happened sucked.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we can't still offer hope and still be there and carry the mission forward, you know, and do the things and honor their little lives.
Right.
And so that's my Brennan Ryder story. March 18th, 2014.
So we made it through 8 episodes without smearing makeup and crying.
So let me tell you.
Or 7 episodes. This would be 8. So of course you're going to get some tears. We told y'all that was coming.
But tying it still back in, even with more addiction, is that this past March. So every year, whenever it's his day, on March 18th, I just kind of make a little post about him. And this year I made that post and you pulled me aside when I saw you. and you admitted that you didn't remember any of that.
Right. Well, and even just now with you replaying the story about being at the hospital, my first thought is, well, where was I? Why was I not there?
Yeah.
Like, did I get the phone call? Did I know that happened? You know?
Yeah. And that's okay too, because you're here now.
Right. But, I mean, like, seriously, just now whenever you're talking about it, I'm going, okay, where was I? Where was I? I don't know, probably at the trap house, I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't know what a trap house is.
I But that was true. That was from my heart.
Yeah.
It was me telling you I was really sorry.
And it's okay. Because you're here now. I love you. You're here now. Okay, so there's that. We cannot do this again. Next week we got to have the Billies back on to be laughing and
yes, definitely, because
up.
my Billy did tell me, he was like, be sure to talk about me, all good things tonight. He was like, be sure to say about me. And I'm like, oh gosh, this was so not about you.
Yeah.
We can bring them back on next week. Everybody loved the Billies. I think we had like the most views on that time.
We did.
But
tonight was about our angel babies. This really is an important time. So
yes.
we're thankful that you hang out with us and hope that we don't traumatize you or whatever. We're just real and
just real.
Offering hope for any and all things. Because we love you guys. And if you need us for anything, whether it's just, have a conversation, if you, want to find out, how you can go about getting your addiction under control. If you're, looking to lose weight, I'd be happy to help you with that. If you just need someone to pray for you, we got you on that too. So,
yes.
But we love you all.
We love you guys. See you Monday. Bye. No tears next Monday.
No tears. No tears. No tears.
Got my eyes swelled up.
Hold on.
Are we still live?
Yes.
Oh.
It doesn't stop.
I'm like looking at my face like.
And here we go.